here come the two big CPR specials steaming into the Toronto Union station from Regina with the 500 Saskatchewan fans. And here they are now out in front of the Union station. They're going over to the Royal York to register and then get ready for the big weekend. We got fans of all descriptions, men, women, and there's the youngest Saskatchewan fan. And now here they come, more of them with signs, cowbells, still more signs. And here come the Hungry Five, the van that came down in the train with them. And now going across is the most bow-legged Saskatchewan cowboy we've ever seen. Here's the parade, the crowd waiting for the parade on Bay Street with the Toronto City Hall in the background. And now here comes the parade itself. Here's a Massey Harris combine, all decked out with bunting and ribbons. Back again now to part of the huge crowd that was out to see this very first Grey Cup parade. Now we start with the floats. This first float is the Regina exhibition. Here's a float representing the province of Saskatchewan. Coming along now is the float from the city of Regina. Here's a group of young Toronto high school students. There's that Massey Harris combine again. Well, there was no Grey Cup in the horse and buggy days. We don't know what that one's doing in the parade, but take a look at those beautiful Palominos. They're from Ontario, incidentally. Here's a truckload of white Stetson Saskatchewan folks, and here's the truck with the small loaves of bread being thrown out to the crowd. And there finally is the Grey Cup, which will be presented to the winner of the afternoon's game between the Saskatchewan and the Ottawa Riders. Now there's the famous $12,000 tarpaulin that caused so much controversy. It's on the field 1 week before the game. And now there it is the day before the game, covered with the heavy rain that fell on Thursday night. And now we're showing you how the water was taken off that tarpaulin, rolled up, and the water was finally pumped out and down the drains at Varsity Stadium. Here we are now out in front of the stadium. The crowd started to pile in. You notice now that we're in black and white film. And there's a reason for this, as you'll see in a moment when you'll see the snow starting to fall. We had to switch to black and white film in order to ensure ourselves a good picture of this great classic. We're going to move inside the stadium now, and there is the Ottawa team coming out of their dressing room onto the field. They're followed by the Saskatchewan Roughriders. They're not coming out on a run like the Ottawa team did, but nevertheless they're certainly here, and we're just about ready to start the 1951 Grey Cup game. There goes the official party headed by Viscount Alexander, who is going to kick off and really get the game underway. There's his kick, and here is Ward Cornell.
And there's Red Ettinger's kickoff, a high end-over-end kick, a beautiful kick coming down to Bruce Cummings at the 15-yard line. He takes it up to the 20, to the 25, cuts to this side to the 30, goes to the 33-yard line. So it's first down for Ottawa on the 33. T formation now. O'Malley moves in behind Loney, the center, takes the pass from center, hands to McDonnell. McDonnell goes over the right side of his own line and picks up maybe 1 yard. Crowd very excited here in the opening moments of the ball game. T formation for Ottawa now. Pass comes to O'Malley, throws it over center to Simpson, no good. Short throw pass over the center of the line, incomplete. So it's third down now for Ottawa. They go into the huddle, out they come. They are in kick formation with Bruce Cummings deep. There's the pass from center. There's the kick. It is a very good high spiral kick coming down to Kenny Charlton, the old veteran at the 40-yard line, goes up to the 45, up to the 47-yard line, and Saskatchewan take over at the 47-yard. There's the short punt formation. Dobbs deep. The pass comes to him. He's going to pass. Throws a long pass down the sidelines intended for Charlton at the 20. Oh, he drops it at the 23-yard line. So the ball comes back. It is now second down. There's Dobbs in short punt formation, kicking on second down. Gets a tremendous kick away from the 45-yard line. A beautiful kick going back behind the goal line, 20 yards behind the goal line. Bruce Pete Karpuk chasing it badly, picking it up now, finally running to his left, being surrounded by Saskatchewan tacklers. Now stops, turns to his right, finally concedes the point, and so the score now reads, the Saskatchewan Roughriders 1, the Ottawa Roughriders nothing. Sit down, please. Thank you. Now Saskatchewan, after an exchange, take over once again, and there's Glasser going over center and picking up no yards. Saskatchewan now in possession of the ball. It's second down. There's a quick kick by Dobbs. A nice 65-yard kick going behind the goal line, going into the crowd at the end. So the score now reads Saskatchewan Roughriders 2, the Ottawa Roughriders nothing. And now Ottawa take over at their 25. And here's the famous touchdown play. There's the pass to O'Malley, fakes to McDonnell, hands it off to Turner. Turner running wide around the far side. Bodine tries to get him at the 50, but he can't. Turner to the 45, to the 35, cuts in at the 25-yard line. Still going, goes all the way down to the 3-yard line before McGuire can make the tackle. And so Ottawa very, very deep into Saskatchewan territory. They come out. T formation. O'Malley takes the pass from center, gives to McDonnell. McDonnell crashes over for the touchdown. Getting ready to do the convert. There's the snap. There's the kick. And good, and the score now reads the Ottawa Roughriders 6, the Saskatchewan Roughriders 2. Now after the kickoff, Saskatchewan forced a kick when they missed making a first down. And there's Dobbs getting the kick away. And it's a very nice high spiral kick. Coming down to Karpuk at the 20-yard line. Karpuk takes it, runs to his right to the 25, still going to the 30, cuts up to the 5-yard line where he is stopped. Ottawa fails to make a first down, however, and so Cummings is forced to kick. On third down, there's the snap. Gets the kick away, but there was a roughing penalty on the play. Kenny Charlton waiting for the kick, and he takes it, runs to his left at the 40, goes to his up to the 45, and slips and falls. But there was, however, a roughing penalty, and so Ottawa will take over back at their own 50. T formation now. There's some faking by O'Malley as he goes back to pass, throws it off into the flat to Stanton. Stanton over, but he can't get it. It goes incomplete. So it comes back to the 50. They are in kick formation. But there's a side snap to Howie Turner. Howie Turner running to this side, going up to the 35-yard line. Now being chased back out of the range of the camera and has finally dropped at the 33-yard line. The minute flag is up. The score 6-2 for Ottawa here in the first quarter. And now Cummings getting ready to kick. There's the snap. Gets the kick away. Waiting for it is Wright. He takes it, runs to his left, and stopped almost immediately. Saskatchewan take over. Short punt formation with Dobbs deep. The ball comes to Dobbs. He's going to pass from his own 40. Throws a long, long pass down the center to the goal line, and it is no good as Simpson comes in to knock it down. Dobbs kicking, getting it away. Karpuk waiting for it. He takes it at the 10-yard line, goes up to the 15-yard line to the 16, and is stopped. And now quarterback Tom O'Malley, a la Glenn Dobbs, pulls a quick kick and gets a beauty away. A very nice kick, catching the safety man flat, takes a crazy, crazy bounce at the 25-yard line, goes back to the 20-yard line, picked up by McGuire. McGuire now running to his right to the 25-yard line, and is finally stopped at the 28-yard line. Oh, there's a fumble, and Ottawa recover at the 28. Ottawa now take over T formation. O'Malley takes the pass from center. Fakes to Turner, goes back to pass. Cocks his arm, throws a perfect strike down the center to Baldwin at the 5. He's got it, and he's over for the touchdown. Bob Gain again trying the extra point. There's the snap. There's the kick, and it's good. And the Ottawa Roughriders lead the Saskatchewan Roughriders 12-2. Now after the kickoff, Saskatchewan take over. There's the snap to Dobbs as he gets ready to pass, fades back, throws the pass, but Anthony is through to knock it down before it crosses the line of scrimmage. Now it's T formation. Dobbs in behind the center. It's a slow motion play. There he is, faking to Glasser, bootlegging the ball behind his back. Now he goes back to pass. Nice protection. Dunlop charging him now. He has plenty of time, gets the pass away, but it's a wobbly pass intended for the left end, but it is no good. And so the ball will come back to the line of scrimmage. Kick formation now with Dobbs deep. There's the kick. Gets it away. A nice kick from his own 15-yard line. landing over near the touchline at the 45-yard line. Takes another funny bounce, goes up to the 55-yard line. Cummings chases it, falls on it, and is tackled immediately, but there was no yards given on the play, and so Ottawa take over on the Saskatchewan 40. Ball comes to him and hands it off to Turner. Turner out of view of the camera, running to this side, across the field. He seems to be trapped behind the line of scrimmage. The Saskatchewan there is charging, but he gets away from one. Gets down to the 45-yard line, still going down to the 40, down to the 35-yard line where he's finally pushed into touch. Now T formation, short punt. Now they shift into O'Malley going back to pass from the 45. Cocks his arm, throws another strike down the center, and no good to Baldwin at the 10. It's no good. So Saskatchewan take over, and here's veteran Kenny Charlton picking him up and putting him down as he runs to the left behind nice blocking and goes all the way up to the 45-yard line. And that's the type of football Kenny Charlton played all afternoon. But Saskatchewan failed to make the first down, and so they're forced to kick, and eventually Ottawa take over, and now they kick. And it's a beautiful kick by Cummings, bouncing back to the goal line. McGuire chasing it, picking it up at the 4-yard line. Runs to his left up to the 5-yard line, then reverses his field slightly and goes up to the 15-yard line. And one man makes the last tackle. He may have been away after reversing his field, but he stopped at the 15-yard line. Here's a slow motion play. Dobbs faking to Bodine, going back to pass again, looking for a receiver. Cocks his arm, throws a beauty right down the center to Glasser. Glasser takes it at the 41-yard line and now cuts over to this side of the field. Baldwin comes in to try and make the tackle. He gets around Baldwin but goes down to the 31, and Baldwin finally makes the tackle. So Saskatchewan now are deep into Ottawa territory. Here is a spread formation. The ball comes back to Dobbs. He's going to pass. He's being rushed, however. Stanton comes in and knocks Dobbs down. And so the play is no good, a loss on the play. And the half ends, and the score at halftime reads the Ottawa Roughriders 12, the Saskatchewan Roughriders 2.
And here comes Miss America of 1951 out to center field, where she's going to crown Miss Myrtle Bainbridge of Regina, Saskatchewan, as the 1951 Miss Grey Cup. And now here's Ward Cornell.
And there's Bob Gain kicking off. High end-over-end kick coming down to Bodine. Bodine tucks it away, brings his knees up, powers his way straight up the field, and is finally stopped. And Saskatchewan take over. Now here's a slow motion play. Glenn Dobbs handing off to Glasser. Glasser going to his right, then cuts sharply, goes over center. Watch 64 and 70 and how they miss as Glasser slips through and goes straight up the center for a big first down. But the Saskatchewan attack bogs down, and Mr. Glenn Dobbs is forced to kick. There he is in kick formation, standing deep. There's the snap. He gets it. He gets it away. A high, spirally kick taken by Pete Karpuk at the 12-yard line. Running up to this side, goes up to the 20-yard line, and is finally stopped at the 21. Whoops! That hurt. First down for Ottawa at the 21-yard line. An exchange of runs and passes puts the ball into Saskatchewan territory, and Bruce Cummings kicks. There it is behind the goal line. Charlton taking it, slips, falls, being surrounded by Ottawa players, stops and concedes the ball. The score now reads the Ottawa Roughriders 13, the Saskatchewan Roughriders 2. Bob Pelling and the boys in the Saskatchewan bench look worried, but here's the play they should worry about. As O'Malley fakes beautifully, goes back to pass, cup into the flat to Pete Karpuk. He takes it on the dead run at the 28-yard line, and he goes all the way for the touchdown. And the Ottawa club screams, Karpuk, that's my boy. And here's Bob Gain trying the extra point. There's the kick. It's good. The score, Ottawa 19, Saskatchewan 2. There's Gain kicking off again, end over end. Bodine taking it at his 10-yard line, running straight up the field. Shifts the ball to his left hand, still going up to the 20, to the 25, up to the 30-yard line where he is stopped. And now on this next play, here's the famous disputed roughing the kicker play. Dobbs getting ready to kick. Number 70, Dunlop, comes in, knocks him down, and there's the penalty. The Ottawa safety man takes the ball, eventually falls on it, but the play is ruled back to the line of scrimmage. Mr. Dunlop, for arguing, is asked to leave. But Mr. Simpson, he exclaims, what did I do, Mr. Simpson? But, Coach, I was just standing there minding my own business. Anyway, to the ball game, and here's Glasser coming around this side, picking him up and putting him down, and goes for a big first down, but an illegal block over the 10-yard limit nullifies the play, and it comes back to the line of scrimmage. The minute flag is up, the score 19-2. As Dobbs getting ready to kick, he does kick, gets it away nicely. Bouncing, taken at the 40 by Carpuck, running to this side, then cuts up to the center of the field, sidesteps, reverses his field slightly, and gets up to the 50-yard line. Ottawa now taking over on the 50. T formation. O'Malley moves in behind Loney. Out in motion to the side comes Turner. O'Malley goes back to pass, looks for a receiver, throws another perfect straight down the center to Baldwin. He takes it at the 47-yard line, and he goes down to the 36-yard line before McGuire makes the tackle. But the Ottawa threat ends, and Saskatchewan takes over. Dobbs in the short punt formation now. Takes the pass from center. He's going to pass. Fades back. Throws it off into the flat. Nix is waiting for it. He takes it at the 43-yard line, and he goes to the 48-yard line. But that's all. The Ottawa line tightens, and the boys from Capitol Hill take over. T formation. There's a handoff to McDonnell. He crashes over the left side of his own line, gets a big hole, goes for a big gain, but fumbles. Saskatchewan recovers. On the play, the offensive quarterback O'Malley was hurt, and he's coming off for a well-deserved rest. Now here's Dobbs going back to pass. Throws up beauty right down the center, deals a perfect strike to Nix, who takes it on the 5-yard line. Baldwin tries to make the tackle. He can't. Hatfield comes in, but Nix is over for the touchdown. Red Ettinger tries the convert, and it's good into the crowd. And that's the 6th souvenir football of the afternoon, and the crowd wants it. Clem Crow looks worried. The score 20 now to 8. Ottawa taking over. There's another handoff over center, and another Ottawa fumble, and Saskatchewan recovers. Here's a pass over to Charlton. Charlton takes it, and he goes for a first down to the 20-yard line. T formation once again. Dobbs in behind the center, takes the ball, hands it off to Charlton. Charlton running to the left, following his interference, and goes for 10 yards for another first down. T formation once again. Saskatchewan on the move. Dobbs takes the pass from center. Gives to Bodine. Bodine cracks over the center and goes for another first down to the 10-yard line. Running play to this side now as Bodine carries the ball down to the Ottawa 8-yard line. And the Saskatchewan Roughriders are threatening here in the 4th and final quarter. Out they come. Here's a slow motion, split T formation. Glasser taking the handoff from Dobbs, and he goes over. He goes over without a finger being laid on him. There's the convert, and it's good. Ottawa 20, Saskatchewan 14. Here's the kickoff by Ettinger. It's a short one. It's taken by McDonnell at the 25-yard line. He tucks it away and goes straight up the field to the 53-yard line, where he is finally stopped. Beauvais hurt on that last play. He's coming out. The Ottawa team now have lost their 2 star linemen, Dunlop and Beauvais. All right, Saskatchewan now scrimmaging the ball. Dobbs going back to pass. Throws it off into the flat to Nix. Nix has it. Oh, he drops it. And that may have been the key offensive play of the afternoon. All right, now Dobbs getting ready. Throws it off, another one, into the flat. To Pelling on a sleeper play. Pelling takes it beautifully, goes up to the 55-yard line and is stopped. His feet go way up in the air, but he is stopped. Saskatchewan forced to kick now. There's Dobbs kicking, and that's the last time in the ball game until the very last play that they have their hands on the ball. Carpuck taking the kick and races up to the 30-yard line. And now for the next 3.5 minutes of this ball game, Ottawa, captained by Tom O'Malley, sends Turner to the left, and then McDonnell over center, and then Turner to the right, and McDonnell over center, and that's the pattern for the next 3.5 minutes as they freeze the ball. But finally, they are forced to kick in the dying moments, and there's Bruce Cummings standing deep. He gets the kick away, waiting for it in the shadow on the 5-yard line is McGuire. He fumbles. It's recovered by Ottawa at the 9-yard line. Coach, we've had it. All right, now here's O'Malley in slow motion going to pass. Fades back. Throws it off into the end zone to Big Bob Gain, and it is no good. Come on, Tom, baby. Come on, Tom. All right, now it's last down. O'Malley taking no chances. He's going to kick for that single point. There's the snap. There's the kick. It's over the goal line. Charlton takes it. He's being trapped by many Ottawa players. There's just too many. He has too far to go, and he is eventually dropped, but he doesn't give up fighting. And so the score now reads 21-14 for Ottawa. Now here's the last play of the ball game. Glenn Dobbs going back to pass, throws a long, long pass down the center of the field to the 55, and Baldwin intercepts, and the ball game is over as the flag comes down and the crowd goes onto the field, and the score reads 21-14 for Ottawa. The crowd continues to move onto the field. And there goes the last goal post and the 1951 East-West Grey Cup Classic.